In this video, I'm going to show you guys the best controller binds for non-claw and non-paddle players in Fortnite Chapter 6. The season has been out for quite a bit and there's no better time to work on your controller binds. This video will cover the controller binds and only the controller binds, so if you guys want a settings video, I'll cover the settings in a different video if you guys want me to. Before we get into the controller binds, I wanted to talk to you guys about Cinch Gaming. Now, I wasn't paid to do any of these, I'm not sponsored by them, nor am I officially partnered with them. Everything I say is my own personal opinion on their controllers. Their controllers have some of the most unique designs I've ever seen, and if that's not enough to satisfy you, then you can also customize the controllers yourself. In my opinion, Cinch Gaming is the perfect balance of performance and aesthetic, with features like mouse click triggers, back buttons, and Hall effect thumbsticks. These are the most overpowered controllers, and I guarantee that you'll improve if you cop one of these. I do have my own discount code that you can use for 10% off. This is just an affiliate code. It's practically a free discount for you, and there's no reason for you to not use it. I'll leave their links in the description below. Anyways, let's get into the controller binds. We're gonna start off with the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 controller binds. They're practically the same controller. One is just a little bit bigger and a little harder to play on. We're gonna start off with right stick jump. This is the standard jump button for all non-claw players, both PlayStation and Xbox. Then we're going to have X for crouch, slide, and repair. We kind of just interchanged the two, so you don't have to worry too much. And then we're going to have sprint on circle, which is probably the best option for sprint on all of the PlayStation controllers. This is because you can't really use the D-pad button because your left thumb will be using the left stick. And trust me, there are way important buttons to use touchpad on. Then we're going to have square for reload/use, not the worst thing in the world, it's the default. Then we're going to have triangle for toggle pickaxe or carry. This is also the standard, I believe. Now, as for switch mode, we're going to have that on our touchpad. Now, normally I will recommend touchpad edit, but since edit is so important right now, we're going to put switch mode on the touchpad, and then we're going to put the edit bind on a different button. Touchpad switch mode is not too hard. You're just going to use your left index finger to press it on the top part. This is not playing it on claw. For the edit settings, we're going to have R1 select, L2 confirm, and R2 reset. Depending on the preference, you can also do R2 select and R1 reset. And of course, we're going to have our edit building on left stick. Left stick edit is probably the most overpowered controller bind out there. I've been saying this for a very long time right now. Your left thumb is already sitting on the left thumbstick, so there's literally no better option for you, except maybe the touchpad, but we're going to put more emphasis on left stick edit. Then we're going to have toggle map and toggle inventory in their respective D-pad options. None of these really matter. I'm going to quickly scroll through the rest of the controller binds. I'm not really sure what to say. Most of these you can just copy and paste. They're not super duper important for me to put emphasis on these. Like for example, emotes, I probably shouldn't talk about that since it's pretty standard what emotes are and where you should place them. And yeah, these riding, hover, vehicle mods, we're not going to talk about these ones. Now let's move on to the Xbox controllers, and I have a little more comfort with this one since I actually do play on the Xbox controllers now. We're going to start off with right stick jump and A for crouch. This is just a standard. We're replacing the jump button with the crouch button previously. Then we're going to have sprint on X, which is by far the best sprint bind for Xbox. Because of the layout of the Xbox controller, you can't really utilize a lot of the face buttons. So X is just the best option since it's the closest from the right thumbstick. Then we're going to have reload and use on the top D-pad. Reload and use is not as important as, tactical sprint, so we're just going to put that on the D-pad. You do have to let go of the left thumbstick or maybe the right thumbstick depending on which one you choose. But that's just a problem with the Xbox controllers and we have to deal with it. Now your switch mode button will be dependent on where you choose to put your toggle pickaxe. So in this case I have it on B, so we're going to put this on Y. Now if you do have toggle pickaxe on Y, then you're going to put this on B. It's pretty much the same. While I do recommend Y for switch mode and as well as the toggle pickaxe being on B, you can adjust this based on your own preference. For the edit binds, we're going to have RT select, LT confirm, and RB reset. I do have my problems with RT select because the triggers on the Xbox controller bottom out a little slower than the PlayStation controllers, but it shouldn't be that big of a difference. I feel like the comfort of the triggers on the Xbox controllers outweigh the performance enhancers of, maybe putting it on RB. Then we're going to have left stick edit, again for the same reasons as the PlayStation controller. Left stick edit is by far the best. There's no reason for you not to be using left stick edit, by the way, it's just perfect. For the toggle map, we're going to put that on the back button on the controller and then the right D-pad for toggle inventory. And yeah, those are the only important binds you have to take note of. Feel free to copy and paste most of these that don't need emphasis. None of these really matter, and yeah, it depends really on how you value these things, but I don't value them and I don't think you should put emphasis on these binds. Like especially the flying, hover, riding controller binds, I don't even count them at this point. So yeah, those are the Xbox controllers. I'm not sure why there's an Xbox Series S and S variants. It's basically the same with the Xbox One controllers. Either way, it should work just fine. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys learned something new, and if you did, then make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, that's it for me, and I will see you all in the next video.